30s as a man. Dating as a 30s man has become more common. Divorce rates are on the rise and many women are taking a more hypergamous approach to relationships. Many men in their 20s haven't had time to save money and build a home, so they lack the resources necessary to attract a woman who wants to settle down and marry. If you're looking for dating advice as a 30s man, you're not alone. Have you been dating around with no luck in finding a match to settle down with? Are you unhappy being a man who is still single in his 30s? You should have invested your time in work, not dinner and drinks. Men often find themselves single well into their 30s because they got distracted with their careers. Even though having a good job is great, it can be hard on your personal life. If you start a new profession, it might take a while to find romance. However, many men find love later in life and well into their 30s. You are never too old to begin exploring new relationships and to find the perfect person that will complete your life. Again, a stable career is a great blessing, but at what cost to your personal life? Do you want to end your personal life to keep up with your career? It can be extremely confusing and challenging to sort your emotions when you are older and single. It may be difficult to keep up with your friends as you are single while they are starting families. It can also be emotionally difficult not having a stable, intimate emotional relationship throughout your everyday life. Humans are instinctually driven to have a mate in their lives. You are still more than capable of finding quality women to date. Whether you are single because of a bad breakup, divorce or for other reasons, you can still enjoy dating and all it has to offer as a single man in your 30s. Dating as a single man in your 30s can actually be great. The great news is that if you are single, the game is not over. Many men who are not looking for a committed relationship can still find a partner late in life. In fact, most women start looking for someone they want to marry when their male counterparts are in their 30s. It's never too late to start a new relationship. It could be a great idea for you to date now if you're going through a rough time. Barney Stinson from How I Met Your Mother is an example of why your 30s are the best time for men to date. People who say that your 30s is too late in life to begin new relationships could not be more mistaken. Yes, dating can be challenging. However, now you have the most potential dating partners because you are in your 30s as a man. You can date younger women and you can date older women. Typically, men in their 20s will have a difficult time dating older women because they can't afford expensive dates. Girls don't feel that going to the movies is a good idea because you're distracted and only have snatches of conversation throughout the film. Yet taking a girl to the movies is about what most men in their 20s can afford to do, as most men are working hard at college and unable to afford much in the way of romantic dates. Most of the women a man in his 20s encounters are other girls attending the same college. Dating apps don't give you much chance to find women outside your generation either. And who are generally uninterested in younger men due to social pressures, as well as the young man simply not having the financial means to be a provider. Due to the popularity of dating apps, many single mothers use these as outlets. Women on these apps will generally be turned off by men who don't have a car and a home because they wouldn't be able to provide enough for their children. Sadly, this is the reality of dating today. It is important to consider what makes a good partner before deciding to have children with someone you're not married to. The author is saying that it might be better to avoid dating single mothers because single mothers are pretty much unavoidable. Dating a single mother comes with a baggage, a host of responsibilities and obstacles that you will not otherwise have to deal with. So whether you want to date single mothers or not is a choice you will have to make on a case-by-case basis as you experience dating as a single man in your 30s. As always, there are cons to this. You may feel that the rest of your life has passed you by and that you don't have much to look forward to. It can be hard to stay positive during this phase. But the world is full of possibilities and life is a journey, dating is just one part of it. Every date you go on can be different and every girl you meet will be different. It is up to you to discover which girl will match your lifestyle and goals in life. The traditional way of dating is dead. Let's face it, the traditional way of dating that everyone has been taught just doesn't exist for most men anymore. Dating, getting married, having kids with the person you marry, and growing old with your spouse, everyone's supposed to do these things. The traditional path for men is closed off because of the gender roles they usually take. This is what people always talk about, but it can't be done anymore. Society is ever-changing, and unfortunately not always in the best ways. Media efforts to promote alternative lifestyles have been effective. It's not unreasonable to think that the woman in the article doesn't believe in men and is only looking for relationships to provide her with attention. She needs therapy, not a boyfriend. This has resulted in younger women in their 20s are making poor choices when it comes to relationships and sleeping around. They're having children with men in their 20s who don't have careers, and they're sleeping around with other people while the man is doing the same. Both end up cheating on each other, and often the girl ends up having children with one or more men who won't be good fathers before she turns 30. Some women take a turn in their 30s and realize the traditional path would have worked better. They try to find a good man to take care of the children she had with loser men. The man usually does not find a woman who will have his children because he is unable to find a woman to marry him. These women want men to be simp and shower them with gifts and money for their time, sometimes even for sex. Many of the men who become these simps lost their ambition and had children outside of marriage when they were in their 20s. They end up with a low-quality lifestyle because their looks have faded after spending their 20s drinking and smoking heavily. And because they are now in their 30s and have dropped from a 10 or 9, now down to a 6 or lower, they find it difficult to date beautiful women anymore. As a man ages, he will make less money and have less money saved up. So these men may become a simp in order to spend what little money they have got small amounts of attention from a woman. However, if you spent the majority of your 20s following a traditional life path, then you should have already obtained education or other skills that will help you financially. You should have a car and someplace consistent to live, whether it is an apartment, house, condo, or in my case, a luxury Airstream travel trailer that I live in as a digital nomad vagabond. You have money for clothes, fun places to go with your date, and can afford any other needs for the progression of the relationship. This means that you will usually find it easier to get dates in your 30s than you did in your 20s because you have more to offer a woman who spends time with you. Dating in your 30s as a man is not always fun. This is not to suggest that dating as a single man in your 30s is always fun. Romantic relationships won't always be enjoyable. Being a gentleman isn't a label that everyone can put on themselves. It's not intended to tell you how to approach every decision in your life. It also offers advice on ways to present yourself to others in order to achieve success in your interactions with them. We actually suggest you don't talk about politics on a first date. There are reasons why our grandparents knew politics was a subject that shouldn't be discussed over dinner. My opinion is that women who have a bad impression on first dates will provide even more craziness later. These women need a therapist, not a boyfriend. How to stay motivated while dating in your 30s as a man. Over time, dating around is sure to wear on you financially and even emotionally. The art of dating is not as simple as it may appear. There is much more behind dating and how to make it successful for the long haul. And if you are going on a lot of dates, then you are sure to have some memorable stories that you will be able to share for a lifetime. That being said, being a single man in your 30s should not be viewed as a negative, but instead viewed as an opportunity. As a single man in your 30s, you get to explore many different dating options and enjoy playing the field until you find your Cinderella. While you may find dating more fun, they leave you exhausted. At the end of a date, you can now do more than just go for dinner and drinks. You can visit different bars or invite the woman back to your home if the evening is going well. There are so many different types of dates that can be very fun and unique you can do during your 30s that you couldn't have afforded during your 20s. Finding potential dates in unique places. When it comes to dating, women still prefer men asking them out online or in person. There are no rules out there that say you must find romantic connections by using online dating apps only. Not all men neglect the old-fashioned way to date, as there are still some who will ask out women they know, pick up a girl from a bar, or hit on girls they see in passing. When you consider those options still exist and the opportunities to meet women are endless, but they do take more effort than swiping right on a phone screen. If picking up a girl at a bar does not come naturally to you, there is no shame in that, as unfortunately many men were not taught by their fathers how to do so. Bars are ideal locations to pick up women, as the atmosphere of a bar tends to create a setting for people to loosen up. Many women go to bars specifically because they want to be approached by men and hit on. So these are great environments for you and others to relax and get very comfortable in while still in a public setting. Bars are a convenient way to say goodbye. You can order your check and move on without being difficult. There are also excellent local spots to meet people in every city, which are specific to your city. All you need to do is conduct a little research to find out where single people tend to gather in your city. There are also speed dating events that occur to help you meet several potential partners in a short amount of time. There are no limits or constraints on where you can find a romantic connection in today's society. Everyone is connected at all times, and the opportunities to date are truly endless. Online dating opens countless doors. With today's technology, it is easier than ever before to find romantic connections anywhere and anytime. Meeting people online was not as popular back in the day. People were scared, and I guess it makes sense why. However, over the years it has become much safer and widely popular among single men and women. With so many dating services available online, it is so simple and easy to meet new people with just a few clicks. If you need to find a date, your best bet is to take a good-looking photo of yourself and write about what you're looking for in a partner. Therefore, online dating apps can be an excellent starting point. There are countless dating sites available, allowing people to have a huge pool to select partners. A few of the most popular dating sites would include Tinder, eHarmony, and Match. One of the biggest draws of these online dating sites is that most of them can cater to their users' particular interests. For example, there are dating sites that gear towards individuals seeking farmers, religious people, or even a specific age range. Whatever your personal requirements or desires may be, online dating has numerous options for your dating lifestyle. Fun and unique date ideas. Swap a dinner date for a breakfast date, go for dessert instead of drinks. Outdoor activities, such as hiking or skiing. Invite a woman on a camping trip. Act like kids and go to an amusement park, Minatari Golf. Sports outings, such as a baseball, basketball, or hockey game, play board games at trendy gaming-themed bar. Have an extended weekend vacation at breakfast and bed, visit a winery, take a cooking class. Dating like a man in your 30s should be nothing short of an adventure. Be prepared to step out of your comfort zone and try a novel date idea. Sometimes what two people need is an exciting adventure to see the best in one another. Dating for fun. The best part about dating in your 30s is that you can relate to a woman and have a good conversation with them. You can have deep conversations about life. It's the perfect time to really open up and talk to a woman. These dates will be when you'll have deep conversations about the future of your relationship with this person. Many people desire marriage and are constantly on the lookout for their perfect match when they are dating around. However, marriage may not be the right path for everyone. If you have no interest in settling down permanently, that may be acceptable with your partner if you are open and honest from the beginning. The best part about dating is that you can make your intentions known from day one, not to deceive anyone. Dating in hopes of finding commitment. Again, there is absolutely nothing wrong with dating to have a good time, become more adventurous, or get yourself out of your comfort zone. Men in their 30s are likely to find a life partner more quickly if they reduce their dating pool. Finding a good partner may just take more time, as it's becoming increasingly difficult to find women who want to get married. Being in your 30s often means that people are looking for more relationships rather than just one-night stands. Women in their 30s are more likely to be trying to find a long-term life partner and are over their party days. You should try to find a woman who has already done the casual dating stuff and is now more dedicated to getting married. The easiest way to not waste time is to be forward about settling down as your goal. Women who find this creepy was not truly interested in getting married anyway, and you will waste a lot of time and money dating them. Be forward and say you are dating because you want to get married and settle down. The author is trying to warn us against being too casual. Enjoy dating in your 30s as a single man. Having an idea of whom you want to marry can make your decision to get married easier. You know your pet peeves, and you know your deepest desires. You should have also acquired some wealth now, and have disposable income to enjoy the nightlife. Having more financial freedom later in life allows for better date experiences. This is an incredible time in your life. Feeling underwhelmed about meeting new women is understandable. However, you should try to use these dates as an opportunity to discover a new side to yourself through dating. Uncover what you like and what you are looking for in your partner, and do not settle for anything less than what you deserve, which is only the best. Source: millennialgentleman.com